Borodar everyone. So we're looking at percentages today, and this is just a video to help you with some key reminders of how to calculate some percentages. So the first question we've got here today is to calculate 50% of 40 kilograms. So the key thing we need to remember to start off here is what relation is 50% to the whole. 50% is exactly half of the whole, and to find the half of a number you divide it by 2. So in this example, we are going to do 40 divided by 2. So 40 divided by 2 gives me 20. If you can't do that in your head, on the side of your page or in your purple exercise book, set up a little bus stop sum. How many 2's go into 4? That is 2. 2 goes into 0. 0 times to give you 20. However, this question wouldn't be right, as I have been given units in the question, 40 kilograms, so I need to leave units in my answer. So 50% of 40 kilograms is equal to 20 kilograms. So to find 50%, we simply halve the number that we are given. So moving on then, we're looking at calculating 25% of a number. 25% of any value is the same as finding 1/4. Now there are two ways we can do this. To find a quarter, you can either divide the total value by 4 and do 40 divided by 4. Again, I might need to set up a bus stop for this on the side of the page. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 0 0 times. So this would give me 10 kilograms as an answer. Or another way of finding a quarter is to halve the value and halve it again. So we know from the previous example that 50% of 40 kilograms is equal to 20 kilograms. So we would now do 20 kilograms divided by 2, half of 20 is 10 kilograms. So two methods there on how to calculate 25%. You can either find a quarter, divide the value by 4, or half the value and half the value again to get 10 kilograms as an answer. Again, a slightly different question now. We're going to look to calculate 10% of 50 meters. Key thing here is understanding how to calculate 10%. How many 10% are in 100% or how many 10s in 100? The answer is 10. Therefore, we need to do 10 lots of this value to get to 100%. So we're going to do the inverse of that and do the value for 100% divided by 10. Therefore, to find 10%, we are going to do 50 meters divided by 10. Or how many 10s go into 50? The answer is 5. You could set this up in a bus stop, but it's not as effective. This time 10 doesn't go into 5, so 10 goes into 50 5 times. And again, ensuring that we put our units on, so our answer is 5 meters. So to find 10%, we simply divide by 10. And on to our final example, calculate 30% of 50 meters this time. Now there is no easy way of getting straight to 30%, but if we see a multiple of 10, so for example 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on, we can find the value for 10% and then multiply up. So we know from the previous question that 10% of 50 meters is 5 meters. We've taken 50 meters and divided by 10 to get 5. Now to get to 30% is going to be 5 meters times by 3. 3 lots of 10% gets me to 30%. Therefore, the answer is 15 meters. So we never go straight to 30%. We find 10% and then multiply upwards from there. As a final recap then, for 50%, we divide by 2. For 25%, we divide by 4, and for 10%, we divide by 10. And then for any multiples of 10, we multiply on from there. That should be enough to help you with the 5 questions that you've got attached to this form. I'm sure your teacher will be able to help you should you need any more guidance. Good luck, guys, and thank you very much.